Welcome to the question of the day. Today's question is from Bob in California. Bob asks, how do you sell against home warranties? That's a great question, Bob. Yeah, that's super frustrating, right? You come out, you do all this work, and it's not going anywhere. They're going to move forward, but just not with you. So I got two strategies today to put the odds in your favor. So let's jump right in. Strategy number one. I use this as an opportunity to build value in our service partner plan. Now, most trades companies have some version of a service partner plan, and I don't know the specifics of all of them, so I'm going to speak generally, but you'd want to add in your specifics to your partner plan here. But use this as an opportunity to flip from that home warranty to the service partner plan. Now, be careful. You don't want to speak poorly of their warranty because this is the decision they made. This is something they purchased. And we want to be very careful. We don't want to make it seem like they made a bad decision or that they got sold something or that they're not intelligent. Like, I want to be very careful around that. So don't speak negatively of the home warranty. Also, that just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good when you start slinging mud and speaking negatively of your competition or home warranties in this case. And so we don't want to do any of that. We just want to speak positively. But here's a couple of points I would address. So, a couple of things I would dig into. First, I would ask, what are the specifics of that home warranty? Like, what do you know about that home warranty? And often they're not going to know a lot of the specifics, and I don't expect them to, and that's okay. But I would suggest, Googling that specific home warranty and see what others have had for an experience. Often probably not going to be very good. And so simply Googling it is going to unleash this whole tirade of negative things, but it didn't come from us, right? So they're seeing this from other people that have had these home warranties. So that's going to plant a seed of doubt in their home warranty. Often what a lot of these are going to say is that they're difficult to pay out. Like you got to jump through hoops, you got to do all these steps, or they just flat out won't pay out. Or if it does pay out, it's not going to pay the amount that you thought it would. And so that would lead to another question of like, how is that payout amount calculated? How does the company calculate when they pay out, but how they pay out? Another common one that you'll see if you Google is that it doesn't cover what we thought it was going to be covered. And so being able to see plain as day what's covered, what's not covered, what situations would they be covered, what situations wouldn't, what parts would be covered, what parts wouldn't be. Is there wearable things that aren't covered? Like what's the verbiage in the language, but does it cover what we thought it covers? That's another common complaint. I would also ask, where did they see it? How did they find out about this home warranty? And I would very tastefully suggest somehow that a lot of these are on late at night and I see them, midnight, 2 in the morning on TV. And usually, there's not a lot of good things on TV at 2 in the morning, right? So you don't have to speak specifically to theirs, but just that I see a lot of those commercials late at night and they're usually not good. So this is where I start to pivot then as well and suggest that most of my customers prefer a service partner plan. And that's where you can explain what your service partner plan is. That most customers prefer to do the service partner plan because it's proactive, that you can do the 2 annual maintenances or tune-ups per year. It's a more proactive approach because it rather than fix it when it breaks, it keeps it running. It keeps it efficient. It keeps it safe. There's no surprises. There's no time that you're without heat and it's cold out or without cooling and it's hot out. You don't got to worry about things like your pipes freezing or you're sweating to death and you can't sleep, right? So you don't have to worry about that stuff. No surprises because these proactive approaches, you do these right before the heating season or right before the cooling season. So you're ready to go. You're proactive and you catch things as they come up before it surprises you and bites you in the rear. And if it does break, if something does break because you're part of that service partner plan, you get priority scheduling. And so you're the first one we come out to. So when it's freezing and everybody's system is going out, you're the first one we come out to then. So go into your specifics of your service partner plan, but it's going to be something like that. So points to address on the home warranty, but then most customers actually prefer that proactive approach with the service partner plan. Now there's a third piece to add to this as well. With that home warranty, you're usually not caught out in the cold. Most of these home warranties are prorated. And I can't speak specifically because there's so many different home warranties, but it's worth digging in and getting into the specifics. Is this home warranty that the customer has, is it prorated? Often there's a grace period, like 30 days, where you can cancel and get a full refund. So if this is something they just purchased, they can probably get a full refund, and then they can take that and apply that towards that service partner plan instead. Do the prorated, the proactive approach. Now, often it's also prorated. So if it's beyond that grace period, it's prorated based on the time and the amount that's left on the contract. So even though you're past that grace period, often if you call and cancel, you'll get a prorated amount back. And you can take that prorated amount and that'll offset that service partner plan so that you can do that getting ahead of it approach, that proactive approach. So you'll have to dig into the specifics, but often you can cancel and use that for that service partner plan instead. So that's my first strategy. Points to address on their home warranty, dig into that. Benefits of the service partner plan. And then if there's a prorated amount that you can cancel, you could apply that towards a service partner plan. So that's the gist of the first strategy. Now, the second strategy, this actually comes from a company that I coached in the past. And they said it worked great for them. And so then I've taken this strategy and applied this with other companies, and it's worked great in other companies as well. This is actually another company in California, so probably right in your backyard there. But what they would do is they would work on behalf of the customer to resolve the issue with the home warranty company. So they would say something like, yeah, absolutely. Who's the home warranty? We can actually work on your behalf because there's a lot of questions that come up. And a lot of times customers don't know the answers to the questions. Like, we do this all day long. I would love to work on your behalf to resolve this with the home warranty company. So most customers, they don't want to deal with this stuff. And they're happy to yeah, you're going to do that for me? Please do. Because I don't know how to answer these things. I don't know if I'm getting a good deal or not. Like you would know, right? And so they're happy to pass that off. They're thrilled that you're willing to step in on their behalf and work with the home warranty company. And they do this because he was so certain that most of these home warranty companies were either going to deny the coverage or not cover near the amount that the customer thought it would be, that the customer would be dissatisfied. And so here you are, you came into the home, you've been serving them. You're not making anything off of this, right? Like, you're helping them out of the goodness of your heart. And then when they get denied by the home warranty company, now they're looking like, well, who's going to do this? Well, there you are. And you've been loyal to me and you've served me. You helped me when there was nothing in it for you. And so you end up getting the work that the home warranty company declined or didn't cover fully. And he said the denial and the dissatisfaction was so high that this often worked. Now, he also said you get burned once in a while. Once in a while, you would get burned on this. Like you would help the customer and then it would get approved and then you get nothing out of it. He did say, yeah, that happens. So you did a bunch of extra work and got nothing out of it. But he said it worked out in their favor much more than it didn't work in their favor. And this company, mind you, this is one of the fastest growing companies I've ever worked with. They were a very small sales team that found success in all aspects of sales, grew very quickly, that I even featured them at a national event. We did a Q&A to walk through their success and how quickly they grew. And eventually they grew and then got bought by a larger private equity. This is a very successful sales team. And so if he says it works, I've passed it on to other companies. They say it works. It's a great second strategy. So go to bat for the customer on their behalf against the home warranty, and then you'll be there to pick up the pieces when the home warranty company fails. So that's 2 strategies for home warranties. That's today's question of the day. If you're enjoying question of the day, follow, share, give a rating. Question of the day is on major streaming platforms. If you have a question, reach out to me either on social media or email. Both are going to be listed below in the show description. Let's get your questions answered. And if you're a Nexstar member, schedule a call with me. Let's get this addressed one-on-one. I'm Coach Chris. We'll see you tomorrow.